Alright, here we are, Monday, October 9th, walking along the Detroit River, trying to kick off a week. So today's a holiday here in Canada, for those who don't know. So later on today, we got a hockey game that we're going to after we finish this walk, which is about 5 kilometers today. We will probably just get ready for the day, and I'm going to edit some more videos, get ahead in some of the client work. I'm basically trying to get as much done as possible over the next little bit because I want to start to shoot my own content. So any backlog of anything I have to do, getting that done, over with. I said already in last week's episode, bringing Raquel into the business. She's got 2 weeks before she finalizes and leaves, I guess, her job where she's working now. So I think I'm still having 2 weeks of doing my own thing until she comes and joins. Talk to somebody, and I've given him a project on Saturday to get me a bunch of content that I've already shot, done, and edited for me as well. So yeah, just clipping along. That's the plan today, and start things off with hopefully a good walk this morning. Alright, here we are, October 10th, Tuesday. This morning I was supposed to have some meetings. Those got moved to another day, so that's alright. This afternoon I got a couple meetings though. One with one client, one with another client. Half-hour gap between. Hoping that goes well. Doing some training with one team. Supposed to happen last week, but someone called in sick. And then, just trying to help another owner out of their business. So today, just finishing my walk this morning, and then gonna get through it. I feel like this weekend I powered through, and I got through a ton of stuff that I needed to, which is awesome. So feeling really good about where things are sitting right now in the business.
So the other thing I want to say is that because I feel better about where things are at from a business side, and by that I mean like I feel like I've gotten through some of the backlog. I am waiting for this person to deliver content to me that I talked to on Saturday. They're going through and doing some editing, basic editing, and some chops on some videos. I'm feeling myself more caught up this week, so I'm feeling in a better spot. That gives me more time, I think, to focus on my growing of the business, which is important. But I'm going to also focus on the health side. So, yeah, got up, did a walk last night, did a walk in the morning, did a walk. I think I got, 17,000 steps in yesterday. So yeah, just trying to focus on the health side more to get this more balanced, because it's been lost. It's been lost. And like, yeah, it's one thing to focus on the business, and I've done that obviously through the whole summer and early fall here. I got to do some stuff still on the business front, obviously. It's always going, but getting the health side going, I think, is going to be critical and important. Last night, I also trained Raquel on some of the stuff that I want her to do as part of the business. And she's awesome. She called me out on it. My instructions, I thought, were really good and detailed. Were not. Me trying to train her didn't go as well as I had hoped or thought as well. I think part of the challenge is I'm not a good trainer, I think, in some respects. Like, it's interesting. I coach people and I consult people, but me training one-on-one somebody to do stuff, I'm just not as good as I used to be. Maybe I'm out of practice. I don't know. Like, I haven't had employees in a year since I left, the company that I worked for before as CEO. But even then, I wasn't training one-to-one. I was getting other people to train because I'm CEO. I'm not the one training. So then if I go back in time, I'm like, okay, well, when did I last actually have to train people? That's one thing to put on an event, because yeah, that's training, but that's different. So I have to go back. I'm like, I haven't sat down and done like one-on-one training with somebody on like how to do a role, like really, in probably 10 years. And I was like, wow, my instructions to Raquel sucked. How I was doing it sucked. My setting her up sucked. I'm like, it's funny. I coach people all the time about how to make sure that they have a good onboarding process and setting up systems and tools in advance. And I didn't do that. So it was a clunky onboarding because she wasn't set up with access to all the systems to be part of the training. So it took way longer than it should. So I think my lesson is the lesson that I share with everybody is when you're onboarding a new employee, make sure that you set up their system and their tools beforehand so they get in and it's a lot easier because it's so quick to be just a painful experience if you don't set them up to win right from the get-go. This morning, after I had done some work, it was kind of interesting. I have been looking for software to help me on the video editing side because there's a lot of talk about AI and I use AI all the time. From a video perspective, I thought, well, why don't I use some AI tools to chop up some of the long form content? Look at some of the top lists that are out there. I select 2 of the services. By the time I go through the whole process of uploading videos, downloading them to the software, to have the software automatically edit, create videos, took a while. And then I realized as I look at them, the quality's not that good. And it took me a long time to upload. These are half-hour to 1-hour sessions into this tool to chop up and find 10 clips. For how long it took me to go through and use AI, I could just watch it, chop the stuff up, throw it in, export it, caption it in the time that it got. Because what spit out from the AI was partial clips that just weren't that good. So maybe, as much as I love AI, it can't do everything, and it can't do things as well as me. I have got a couple minutes and I gotta leave the house. Heading in, doing, I think, 1, 2, 3 different coaching today, or coaching sessions, I should say, today. So yeah, it'll be a busy day, all day. I try not to do more than 2 a day, because more than 2 a day gets exhausting. But because the schedule is what it is, I kind of grouped it into 3 today because something had to be moved from yesterday. So last night I stayed up pretty late again. I was going through some videos and stuff that I've edited for another client, and I realized that some of my software, the terms had changed, and that I would only able to do so many use cases on certain edits and stuff I'm doing. And so I was a little annoyed trying to work that out because I'm like, hey, I paid for a year for software and things get switched on me. It's not cool. Anyways, I thought, okay, well, maybe instead of using certain software, I'll try and switch things up. And I will go for more of a, free software so I don't have to incur more costs because I'm spending a fucking ton of money doing all this. And so as I'm starting to do it, I'm starting to kind of time things out. And I realize, okay, why it's worth it to pay for the service. There's the other service to go to the next level, to get to another tier. What I technically need, I need the highest level of package that they have because of the amount of videos that I'm doing. It costs a lot of money. I got a ton of money. But when I timed out doing it for free or using other software, it took me so long. So it's like the time that it takes to do something, you have to factor into anything that you do. I think that's the advice I want to give here this morning before I head out. Is that if it's going to cost you money, you got to sit there and look like maybe that cost is worth it because of the time that you get back. I outsourced 200 videos to somebody else this past weekend. I just received them now. I have to go through the videos, make sure they're all good or whatever, and then I'll obviously pay the person. But I was thinking how long it took me to probably go through and do those 200 would take me some time. Like, it's not like it's insignificant, but like outsourcing it gives me time back, so I can focus on other things. As much as you want to try and have all the money and all the profit, sometimes by spending some more money and gaining that time back so you can focus on other customers can make all the difference in the world. That's ultimately, I think, what running this business is all about with all in content. Anyways, better get going. Don't be late. Multiple days of coaching, or It's going to feel like multiple days, multiple sessions today, coaching.
So here I am coaching clients today. I've got 3 sessions, as I said earlier, but in between the sessions, I'm using this time in a quiet space to edit videos for another client that I'm working with as well. So just take those opportunities when you can to be as effective and as productive as possible. That's really, truly going to help you. I've been able to pump out 20 videos as I'm waiting in between meetings here. Using all the time that's at my disposal just helps make a world of difference.
I'm going to go get my hair cut because it feels like it's a little poofy right now. And then after that, this afternoon, I am doing a video recording session with someone. If you remember, a number of weeks back, actually end of August it was, I did an event here in town and I'm talking about video batch creation. And as part of that, I did a game during the session where the more questions that you asked, the more cards you got, the best poker hand would win. And so what they won was a couple hours with me where I'm going to record some content for them for free, edit it, give them back to them to help their brand and give them some coaching along the way. So I'm doing that with somebody here in town this afternoon. So that'll be good. This morning, though, when I kick things off to the day, I'm really focused on my business today. Taking care of fulfilling some clients, but trying to get things going, building out YouTube page and all that fun stuff. Just so I can start pumping out content on the all-in content front. Content on the all-in content. Yeah, it's a lot of content words. But anyways, trying to pump stuff out with that. So getting ready just to push. Because I'm hoping with the haircut and the beard cleaned up tomorrow and, God forbid, nobody books me. 0 meetings tomorrow. I'm batch creating content for myself. That is the plan. So anyways, go get my haircut now. Get my beard trimmed. Look good. Ready to go. And this is the final version. So anyways, looking good, feeling good, getting ready for, again, content shoot. And then tomorrow, I'm going to batch create my own stuff.
A lot of people always wonder, like, how do you actually go about batch creating content? What do you need? So I'm going to tell you a couple of tools that are going to make your life easier, especially if you're just first starting out. 1, all you need is a cell phone. A cell phone can make a world of difference sometimes, and you don't need a fancy camera if you're just starting out with batch creating your own content. Something that's a must is a microphone, though. Good quality audio matters. Right now I'm using a different mic that I have for this video, but a good quality mic can make all the difference in the world. A tripod. A tripod can make things so much easier for yourself. Instead of holding everything and being like, oh, what do I do here? How do I shoot this video selfie style? You can just have everything on a tripod. You don't have to worry about things. If you want to take it up the next level, then you can invest in a gimbal. These are a couple $100s, and what this will do is it allows you to actually stabilize your shot as you're starting to record and move things. There's a cool little joystick on these things. Then you can obviously zoom in with just like your thumb here as well. It just makes life so much easier if you want to, again, take it to that next level. What's really important, though, is that you have great quality lighting. So you can pick up a light like this. This one's got actually a red filter on it here, but I can swap out colors or whatever I want. I have multiple lights of these that I'll just set up around the room in order to, again, have a different type of vibe, look, and feel to my videos. Memory cards, very important as you start to progress up. If you're starting to get an actual real camera, these things are invaluable. I have multiple memory cards for the amount of content that I shoot. When it comes to cell phones, sometimes having 2 cell phones can make a world of difference. You could set up one shot so it's actually facing you, another one from a different angle. So therefore, you're actually getting 2 different shots and angles that you can actually piece together. Again, this is if you're doing it by yourself. Having those multiple cameras, as long as you've got they're at the same setting, that can be really, really helpful for you overall. That's it. Those are some of the core tools that I believe that are really critical and important for you if you're going to batch create content. If you're thinking, wow, this is overwhelming, I don't know how to do it, I don't want to do it myself, that's when I come into play. allincontent.ca. Visit that website, learn more about the services that I offer. You'll notice that I don't have prices listed. I don't have them listed for a reason, because everybody is unique. You all have different needs, and I'm able to help customize the solution for you. If you're looking for help batch creating content, connect to me today. So, I screwed up. I'm batch creating content today. And I forgot to turn my mic on. So I just shot 30 videos in a row for the last hour. They were great.
Many of them I thought, this is some really good content. I feel like I'm in the groove, I'm in my zone. But I screwed up because my mic was not turned on. So therefore, no audio has been captured. I don't want to release a video where it's just people seeing me mouth words, but I want to be transparent and honest, is that from time to time, when you're batch creating content, you f**k up. I f**ked up. But I learned a valuable lesson, to look for the two colors, red and green, on here moving forward. I didn't see them, and that's how I knew that I f**ked up. I'm human. You're human. We're all going to screw up from time to time. As long as you learn from it, it's okay. Do I really need to reply to every comment and message? No, not every comment, but I do think that there is value in replying to most of them. Even if you're saying you're not interested, that is important. Because like when you're trying to engage and like build an audience, I think that you want to make sure that you are seen as someone who is responsive. And if you're not, well then eventually what happens is people stop messaging you. And when it stops, then you start to have problems in your business. So find a way to be responsive. There's TikTok, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's this Threads thing, there's YouTube, LinkedIn. I'm sure I'm missing a few. Do I need to be on every single social media platform? No, you don't need to be on every platform. You see, I think far too often people spread themselves thin, and when they do that, then they're just ineffective. Go all in on one, maybe two channels if you're just starting out. And then as you get comfortable, then you can start to layer in other channels. But you don't need to be everywhere because honestly, you're going to drop the ball on certain platforms when you just don't even bother starting to do that. Just be smart. Follow my advice. All right, so here we are. It is Saturday, the 14th of October. Yesterday, I recorded 200 videos in one day. So very excited to have done that with all-in content. I knew that I wanted to batch create content, and I knew that I could do it. 200 videos. I honestly thought I was going to blow past it, but I landed exactly on 200. I had some technical challenges that I ran into throughout the day that kind of slowed me down at times, to be honest, because I could have kept going a lot quicker and a lot faster. Like, as much as I upgraded to obviously a higher quality camera, I found that the camera failed me a number of times yesterday. / the microphone failed me as well at one point, which I'll get into. But like, the thing would heat up, the batteries were dying fast. It just couldn't handle the volume of content that I was pumping out. And I had chargers plugged into it, and it was still just failing and just not working well for me technology-wise. So a little bit frustrated, I think, through different parts of the process because I had to basically do 45 minutes, then stop, and then wait like an hour, and then do it again. So like I lost a lot of time. I thought, honestly, I could have got 300, almost 400 videos. That's how much I had in my head or even planned out, ready to go. So I think that there is a max, I think, with this particular camera that I got, even though the camera is really well reviewed. The heating up and the battery stuff is a major problem, major flaw. The other issue that I had, this one sucked. I shot 30 videos that were absolutely amazing at one point, and it might have been like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I shot them all, and I stopped, and I thought, okay, I'll go back through and I'll just take a look at a couple of them. I didn't have the microphone turned on, and I didn't realize it. 30 videos wasted. Because you can't hear my voice, right? All you can sit there and see is my mouth is moving, and I'm talking, but I've actually got zero audio coming out. So that was unfortunate. So I think, yeah, lessons learned absolutely all around yesterday. I did create 200 videos, which is awesome, which means I got 200 videos to edit, which is another thing that I'll work through. But overall, feeling really good about that. Feeling really good this week, I think, in general, though, because like Thursday, I had done a video batch creation session with somebody. They were very uncomfortable with being on camera, but what I loved about it is how they trusted me.
and they were open to doing it. And so it was great. We shot videos. I gave her all the videos then this morning, able to get those turned around within 48 hours. And she'll be set up because I think we put together some amazing videos. I did her session kind of as a freebie, to be honest. So I ended up giving her, I think, 20 videos is how it ended up being. So not like a ton, but it's enough for her to kind of carry her forward for the next little while. The reason it was a freebie is that I held an event back at the end of August, and as part of the giveaway that I did, I said I would give you 3 hours of my time to record videos, and then I'll edit them, give them back to you. So that's what we did. And we shot those. It just happened to be like a month and a half later, just based on scheduling. But overall, I feel like, yeah, she should be set up, and she should be good to go. Then celebrated last night, kind of went out for dinner with Raquel and Jordan, and just had a couple drinks, ate some food, came back home tired after the day. Shooting that many videos, you get exhausted. And then tonight, after I've done obviously editing all these videos this morning for Mandy, that was the client that I helped on Thursday, I'm now just going to get a couple of my own videos edited this afternoon, which will be great, just so I can get some stuff out there and pushing from the all-in content side, just to, again, get that consistency going, and I'll chip away over time. And then this evening, Raquel and I are going to go meet one of my past clients that I had on the consulting side / the early days of the content generation business before I even had a name. They asked to meet, and so we're going to go and have dinner with them and talk and see if there's something I can do to help them moving forward. So again, lots of activity happening. The health side, it's been tough because it's raining nonstop today, so I have not gone for a walk at this point. I know I promised last week I'll be better on the health front. I've done push-ups, I just haven't recorded them as I've been doing them, but trying to get better and balanced is still that challenge. And I don't know why, but it's just, I think it is a challenge for me on this health front. And I know I'm not sleeping well. I'm staying up pretty late because I just can't shut this thing off. I'm so excited on the business front, and I'm just not excited on the health front because it's not seen to me at this point as important. So I got to figure that out. All right, time to edit some videos, and I thought I would catch that marker in my hand, but clearly that did not happen. So I'll stop being lame, and I will get to it.